Okay, so another question on the test is about rescaling images in the timeline. And this is fairly basic process. You just kind of need to know what to do. So I'm going to assume that you know how to import things into Premiere, and I'm going to assume that you know how to get those things into the timeline. So for our little scenario here, on the test, it asks you to rescale an image from like 100% down to 70%. So, but we're not going to do those specific numbers. We're just going to use what we would normally use it for on a practical basis today here in school would be to, if we had a picture like this right here, that's too big for our timeline, and we want to scale it down and fit it in this little box here. So what you do is once you get things into the timeline, you double click the thing you want to adjust. So for now, for us, it's this JPEG. So we're going to double click it, and it's going to open up over here in the source panel. And once it opens up, you want to click your effect controls. There's a couple of things you can do. Specifically for the test, they want you to look here at the scale. So scale, and you see a number ratio for it right here. So right now, this picture that we have in our timeline is at 100%. But as you can see, it's too big for the timeline. You can't even see the whole picture. And we definitely know it wouldn't fit in that little box, the little picture-in-picture box we have. So you can see it's too big. So what you do is you line things up. So since whatever's on the top layer, right, takes precedent over what's on the bottom layer, we need the picture to be on top, and we want to double click it like we just did. Open up the effect controls over here in the source panel. And now we can just literally just click and drag the 100% there. We want to drag it down to get it to rescale. Now, it's a little harder to get it perfect when you're just dragging that number. So a lot of times you want to maybe use this little scale slider here that lets you make some adjustments like that. That's skipping for me. Anyway, so you can readjust the thing. Well, the other thing I wanted to show you though is sometimes to get it perfect into your little spot, you might want to click on motion right here, right above. And motion adds this little wireframe adjustment, so you can just click it and drag it to where you want it. You know you want it to be. So we got it fit perfectly right inside that box. Okay, so scaling. What you need to remember when you're taking the test is they're going to say, hey, take the image in the timeline and rescale it from 100% down to 70% or from 50% up to 70, whatever the number they give you. Okay, you know that the only place to do that is to double click it, open it up in the effect controls, and start adjusting the scale attributes right here. Okay, so right now we got that picture that was at 100%. We got it down to like 28.4 to fit inside this box. Okay, so effect controls. Scale. If they ask you to scale something, you're going to come up into effect controls and adjust the scale. And you've got your little number right here. Most of the time, they're going to give you a number. Rescale it from 100%. So it's a 100%. Rescale it from 100% to 70. So then you would just literally come here and you can type 70 and it would rescale. Okay. So as long as you follow directions, you can pretty much pass this test as long as you know what they're asking you to do. That's it for this time. That's rescaling images in Adobe Premiere. You can also do that with video, by the way. So if we wanted to rescale for whatever reason, let's just say we've got our picture-in-picture box right there, right? If you want to put the video inside the box, you would double click it, come up to effect controls. We can make our adjustments. We can move Andrew over into the box. Audio, video, you can do it with everything. You can pretty much have control over whatever you want to do.
No, one.
As long as you know what you're doing. Okay, so that's rescaling images in Adobe Premiere. Good luck. See you on the next video. Thank you.